Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the second part of learning to move on video. For those of you who just pressed on this video, please don't forget to actually start with the part one so that this video can make sense. Thanks for watching.
you know. So for some odd reason, after that whole shebang, I decided to forgive him, take him back. We carry on dating. Big mistake. Because the second encounter, I feel like I'm gonna go a bit into not the Bible, but like I'm gonna talk about what I believe in. So when sometimes God is trying to show you something, when God is trying to say stay away, or when you pray about something and you're like, is he the one? Ne? And then you get signs like this. It's bad, but it's subtle. It's not like it can shake your world or break you or whatever. It's subtle. So I feel like this was my first subtle warning from God, and I chose to ignore it for obvious reasons. When you're in love and you're like, okay, whatever. It's a mistake. He didn't mean it. You start making excuse for someone else, which is fucked up, right? So I started making excuses for him, and I was like, no, I know he loves me. It's just this once off thing, mistake, whatever, sharp. So now, after that, what I didn't tell him, or what I failed to realize myself, is that you change as a person when such things happen to you. Let me share my experience. I became sort of, I would call it freaky or crazy in the head, because I was now the type that, because I know that he did this thing on Facebook, I would like monitor who comments on his images on Facebook, like who's sending him wall posts and stupid things like that. And in all honesty, that's not healthy. I feel like that's not healthy. If you're in a good relationship, that's a healthy relationship, you don't need to go through all of that stress. If you find yourself going through that, evaluate your relationship immediately. Figure out whether it's worth being there. If you constantly have to do those things, like, evaluate the pros and cons of the relationship, because more often than not, it means that you as a person, you're not happy anymore, and you're questioning this person's action and their love for you. So I was at that stage. Second encounter, right? So now we sort of okay in a sense of we talking, we good, we visit each other, but personally, I was not okay. I was already on insecure mode 167, you know? So, obviously, he's good. His conscience is clear. He said what he had to say about the previous incident. He's okay. I'm not. Incident number two. I'm invited to a friend's birthday party, 21st birthday party, at back home. So I was in varsity, obviously in Midrand, and I had to travel back home. So this is me on Thursday in a taxi back home, texting John, and I'm like, hey, by the way, I told you about that party I'm going to on Saturday, so I'm on my way home now. We're chatting, everything is okay, and it's like, okay, that's nice. Can't wait to. So yeah, actually, he didn't speak about seeing me that weekend, which was pretty weird. But I didn't catch up. Now that I think about it, he didn't speak about anything about that. And where I was going and where he lived was very close. So, okay, sharp. So now I'm going home back to my parents' place. Hi, sharp. I get home. We text. Then he's like, hey, I'm tired. We'll speak tomorrow. Blah blah blah. Good night. I love you. Bye bye. Sharp. Talk phone. Tomorrow morning, usually I get like morning messages or a call or whatever from him. And Vugixin dwebs. Hi, nyafona lawyer. Nix. Nix. Have you ever called like 20 times? Or am I was probably crazy then. I wouldn't do it now. Now I call you twice. because I think maybe the first time you didn't hear it, second time you might hear it, but I'm not gonna do a third call because in all honesty, you're gonna eventually get to your phone, and if you want to return the call, you will. So at that point in time, yeah, immaturity as well. You know, guys, when you're young and you think you're in love and whatever, you just call 20 times, next answer. Share my voicemail, ngathi uyahlanya. Mix. So I decided, you know what, now I'm worried. Let me call his workplace. So now my worry is in my head, I don't know, my heart knows that something is amiss in terms of he might still be unfaithful to me. But my head is saying, no, I'm probably worried because I'm thinking something wrong happened to him. In all honesty, no, that was not going on in my heart. I was thinking Mbalenhle or busy or, you know, something freaky is happening. So I call the workplace because I had the work number. I'm like, hey, can I please speak to John? Let's see, John. John is not in today. Can I take a message? John is not in today. Yeah, he actually took leave from yesterday. John is not in today. Yeah, okay. So this is me. I hang up. Now I'm worried. Ne? I call. I keep on calling his number. It's ringing, but no pickup. Eventually at 6, I remember the exact time. Eventually at 6 p.m., John called me. Now I went from being worried to being angry to being all of the stages in jail, basically. So he calls and he's like, hey, how are you? So one thing about me, I'm a very calm person and I'm not the type who will attack you immediately. I wait for you to say whatever nonsense you want to say, and then I'm gonna come and you know, and ask you certain questions. So he calls and he's like, hey, how are you? I saw you missed calls. Ishman being she phone. Yeah, well. So she phone will be empty. When I just came back from work. I left my phone at home, so you're probably worried and shit. So I'm like, sorry, ukuya kuphi? At work. I'm like, okay. It's funny because in phone emsebenzini and they like you were on leave today, you didn't come in today. And he's like, yeah, actually I'm from the doctor. I'm sick. These guys. I'm sick. I'm from the doctor, so it's actually there the whole day. It was packed. I was scared to tell you because I didn't want you to worry. So I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Why didn't you just text me and say, like, I'm at the doctor, I'm not feeling well, or call me at least, you know, why let me worry? Because now this worrying that you're giving me without answering your phone is worse than what you would have said to me if we are good. I'm sorry, in Namanje, I'm drowsy, you know, let me just sleep it off. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay, sharp. So me being the good Samaritan that I am, in the morning, the Saturday, I was going to a birthday party. So at the birthday party, the theme was traditional, and then evening we're going to change into evening wear. So my aunt had some traditional pieces that I wanted to borrow. So I was like, you know what? Before I go to my aunt, let me get some fruits. Let me buy some stuff for umuntu ogulayo, you know, because where I was going at Antom was close to where he lives. So I'm like, okay, before I go to the party, I'll drop off these things for my supposedly sick boyfriend. Hey guys, here's the clown, here's the Popeye. A whole Popeye, a whole clown, me. Shabim Lona, I get the things that I wanted to wear and I go to John's place. Anyafika John. Kabo John, mangifika kabo John khona ugogo kaJohn ngaphandle. And you know when someone is giving you the look yokuthi how ufunani la awazi ukuthi umuntu akayekho. Hayi, okay, sanibonani gogo. Ngize kuJohn man ukhona. Hayi, akekho uJohn, yasoloka hambe Thursday. So like Thursday. So now I don't want to worry Gogo because don't want to give her that stress. So I'm pretending as if like I know it's man yeah. Bese ngicabanga ukuthi ubuyile yabona because uthe uzobuya today. Athi hayi for sure usendleleni yabo maybe yabo uzofika a bit late. Ngithi hayi okay gogo umtshela ukuthi bengikhona. Ipopayi bephethe ama-muffin nama-fruits. Ipopayi. Sengihamba yimi loya. Sengiyabile manje I'm boiling manje I'm going mad. I call him. So what John does, yabo, because yena uzitshela ukuthi player of them players. Mangifona akaphenduli. Instead he'll call me back. So maybe in my head that I'm thinking he was probably going to a separate room or outside to make the call. So John calls back and he's like, hey, I just saw you missed calls. Ngikhathele kanjani ngiceda ukuvuka lamapilisi ayangidranka. Ngithi kuye uceda ukuvuka ukuphi? Athi hayi ngilandlini. Ngithi iphi indlu? Athi hawu ungibuza ngilandlini. Ngithi hawu ngoba mina ngibuya lapho kule ndlu othi ukuyo and ugogo solo kuhambe Thursday. Kahle kwenzakalani? Hi, excuses. Oh, and then he just switched 360 and he's like, yeah, Signaling is explaining mina go. So, yeah, Signaling is explaining mina go. At that point in time, I don't know what went on in my head. In all honesty, I was just like, what? So, hold up. Who else are you supposed to explain yourself to? Who are you dating? Yeah, understand? So, okay, sharp. I hung up. And then I called a friend. Mangifonela umngani wakhe ngithi hawu awungitshela uJohn kahle kwenzakalani ngaye. Ukuphi yabo? Ngani wakhe athi no man, uJohn mina ngigcine ngizombiza abantu lomunye umngani wakhe. Ngigcine Petros yabo since babonke very Friday. So maybe uJohn ukaPetros yabo. Ngimtshela istory ngithi phela uJohn kunini ngimfonela and manje sekangitshela 1 2 3. Athi hayi man. Ithi ngizomcheck bese ngiyakutshela yabona. I just wanted to know if you know what's going on. Hayi iphelele lapho sharp. And then all of a sudden when I'm at the party. So now I'm at the party, I'm, trying to forget. Obviously, and whatever. But I'm just trying to forget and just enjoy the party. So we have phone eventually around like 8. And he's like, can I see you? I'm like, can you see me? Excuse me, why? So often goes explanation and say you don't need to explain yourself. No, I'm sorry. I'm stressed in as in today I'm at a party. Can I enjoy this party? If you want to explain yourself, do it tomorrow and you'll come to my place, So sharp enjoy party. We partied the whole night. We spoke like Sabloma with friends the whole entire night. And basically in the morning I went back home. And I got home, I didn't even sleep. I just took a bath and chilled and watched TV. Around 10ish, I was chilling with my mom. My mom was doing laundry and I was cooking. He arrives and we speak. And he explains his 2 cents of nonsense, basically telling me that he's stressed. He left home. He went to his friend's place and slept there for those days because he was stressed, and whatever. So athi yena bekanoPetros. Ngiyakhumbula mase ngifonele lo munye umngani wakhe wathi hayi ngicabanga ukuthi bekanoPetros. Coincidence much? Hayi okay sharp. In my head I'm like, okay, no, I understand, whatever. But my heart knows. My heart is saying he's fucking bullshitting you. There is no such. And he's like, okay, Shapo, can we go to my place and chill there for a bit? I'll bring you back later. So I'm gonna because he didn't have a car, so I'm gonna slide and we go back to his place, we chill, see to so after chilling, Eventually he passes out, he sleeps. I get a hold of his phone. Imlo efonini. Firstly kune-SMS ebuya kumngani wakhe athi hayi John utshele uMbahle vele bekangibuzile ngale ndaba ukuthi wena uva, so makakubuza umtshele ukuthi bona uPetros. Hayi naye aphendula athi okay sure boy. Yazi iklawuni lo iklawuni Shabo. I I'm reading these messages and I think Gary, whoever he was with, sent a message saying thank you for the lovely weekend and whatever. So basically now I have my story. I have the full shabam, right? And remember what I was telling you, which sometimes God will give you like subtle warnings and then he'll just place a bomb. This for me was a bomb because in all honesty I never expected that from him. I felt like he's genuine. I felt like he'd be the type of person to say if he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me anymore and not drag me into his own endeavors. Because in all honesty, guys, we are all grown. I would think we are all mature enough to handle certain situations. So for me, respect is a person saying, you know what, I don't think I'm cut out for us anymore. I feel like our relationship has taken its course and I'd like to move on. This whole cheating business, I'm sorry, miss me, make me absent. Like I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. So, okay, Shapo. After that, the relationship fell. I think I forgave him after that again. But after that, the relationship was never the same. And now he became completely distant. He became completely, different, man, to what I was used to. It was me constantly trying to get attention from him and him not reciprocating anything, any of that. To a point where I think I sat down with myself and I was like, is it worth it? Is it worth the hurt? Is it worth the pain to still be in this relationship where you see it's not going anywhere? You're like physically just fighting for your place in someone who doesn't see you anymore. So I was like, you know what? Let me just have a conversation with him and see where his headspace is at. And if ever we can't salvage the relationship, let's just end it. I remember countless times me saying, we need to meet and talk, and he'd make excuses to a point where eventually I was just like, you know what, I'm coming to your place. I know you're at your place. I'm coming today, and we're going to sort this out, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, sharp. I leave, I go to his place, and we speak about it. And I'm just like, listen here, this is what's going on. I'm seeing this pattern with you. Do you still want to be in the relationship? What's going on? And he honestly couldn't even look me in the eyes. He couldn't give me a straight answer. But from that reaction, I could have really see that, as in, ayiseko le ndaba, ayiseko shem. So let's just end it. So basically, we ended things that day. And now I'm getting to the topic of learning to move on. I think for me, the biggest thing was I did not have closure. When people say, yeah, I need closure and whatever, I didn't get that. I didn't get like a conversation that would explain certain things. Why did I do this, or what happened? So I had to figure out a way of closing the chapter in my own time and in my own space and in my own head and in my own heart. So the hardest thing was that during the time of the breakup, I'm still in connection with his family. And December, I was actually going to be a bridesmaid for his cousin. And the worst part is that on the wedding day, I think it was literally 2 months after we had broken up, on the wedding day, he decided to come with a girl, which is probably the same person he was busy with. And as much as I acted strong, my heart was just shattered. I think that day my heart was just in shambles. It was in pieces. I was just facially put together, but internally I was dead. I think that day was a day that it changed the person that I am for good, you know? Because, I mean, I hadn't healed in all honesty, and you seeing someone looking happy and moving on with their life where you still feeling fucking miserable and resorting to drinking or whatever, you know? So I partied that night, but my heart was just broken. And I remember people kept coming to me and asking me, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Girl, I'm fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I'm over this. I'm over him. You know, he can carry on." But knowing very well that I'm far from that. I'm very far from that. So after that, I was like, okay. And I remember I also went on a stalking mode because I'm trying to see. Because one thing that cheating does to you is that it you question yourself and you're like, what's wrong with me? What does she have that I don't have? You start comparing. Whereas now that I'm grown, it's honestly sometimes never about you. It's never put yourself in a situation where your you question your being, or you question your worthiness because of someone else's actions. Never put yourself through that. Not worth it. Forget it. You know. So at that point in time, I went through that phase. I went through a phase of anger. You know, I went through the phase of trying to date other people, and just it was like a dip. It was like nothing is working out. And the biggest reason that nothing was working out was because I needed to do work with myself. So I decided to just be single. So I went on this whole thing of being single and just figuring out what I want and what I value and what is my worth, basically. And I cut all channels. And when I did that, I realized a couple of things about myself. I realized that cheating is my deal breaker. I feel like, guys, in all relationships, have your deal breakers and communicate them with your partner. Cheating for me is a deal breaker simply because it's not only about what the person did with the other party, it's about how it changes me as a person. As I told you, I become this insecure thing, this person that I don't want to be, you know. So yeah, so it's not a good headspace to be at. So for me, I was like, firstly, I don't want someone who's gonna cheat on me. I want someone who's gonna be open and honest with me, and I want someone who I can spend my life with. Right now, I'm ready for a commitment, and I want something that's solid. I want someone who's gonna value me, someone who's gonna be with me regardless of what I have or what I don't have. Do you understand? Someone who worships the ground I walk on. Someone who's gonna love me eternally and entirely, if that makes sense. Do you understand? So I wanted someone who's gonna just give me full on love, and I don't need to question, I don't need to search, I don't need to think, Lucy, does this person love me? I just know by looking into their eyes, I just know that they would die for me. And I prayed about it, guys. Like, if you believe in prayer and if you believe in a higher power, or if you believe in God or whatever you believe in, the universe, whatever you call it, I prayed about it and I was like, God, right now, I need a partner who's gonna be one, two, three. And I was specific in what I wanted. And I think going through certain relationships mold you into you seeing what you want versus what you don't want. Do you understand? Because if I hadn't gone through that phase of being heartbroken or being cheated on, I don't believe, in all honesty, I would have appreciated what I have right now, or would have seen what I have right now, because I would have taken it for granted. I don't know any better. I'm just like, But if you've gone through that, you appreciate someone who's not going to give you that stress, who's not going to, hey guys, minifone umuntu anginandaba nayo. Hayi ukuthi anginandaba nayo because like you know, but he has given me that peace of not having to question him or feel like he's cheating. Do you understand? I'm at ease. I'm honestly at ease. And I'm not bragging, I'm not saying whatever. I'm not saying you guys must now inbox him and test him and see if he'll cheat or not. But I'm just saying I'm at peace with the relationship because he's there, he's present, he's for me and for our family, and I see his goals, I see his way of thinking, and that's honestly what I fell in love with. And moving on from previous relationships or the previous serious relationship was me choosing myself first and accepting what God has to give me, because at times we fight wars that are not for us to fight, right? Sometimes someone is just not for you. No matter what you can do, you can climb on the highest mountain, you can scream, you can climb on a broom, you can get Ugogo's Banban to give you a love potion from where, you know. But if that person is not for you, they're not for you, honey. It will not work. It will honestly not work. And if you find yourself in relationships where you're constantly fighting to be seen, or you're constantly in pain, like, love is not one thing. Love is not is agony and pain, and it shouldn't feel like work. If it feels like too much work, you're in the wrong place. You're honestly in the wrong place. Evaluate, see. Yes, relationships require a lot of work, but let that work not be emotional abuse, like things like that. Emotional abuse, cheating. I feel like cheating is emotional abuse. So, like, don't fight over things like that. In my marriage right now, in my relationship, the certain fights that we have, which would be cleaning fights or financial fights, or those type of things. But it's never about, is he cheating on me? It's never about, why are you coming home at this time? It's never about, why aren't you loving me? Why aren't you, So if you find yourself in those situations, evaluate your relationship. Ask God, is this the partner that you want me to be with? Or am I fighting a losing battle? Because all you're going to do is just drag this on. And trust me, when God wants to burn those bridges, He will throw the biggest grenade to just destroy everything, to just show you ngithe phuma lapha manje ngoba awumameli usahleli usabambelele uzokwenza understand. So don't worry, don't feel like you're at the end of things, or don't feel like you've been dating for so long and you're not really finding the one. When the time is right, the one will come. And one thing about getting someone or finding the right person is that you need to close all avenues. By all avenues, I mean all of these people that you're entertaining on the side. Like, think about it. If God is trying to give you someone, ne, and you have all of these other distractions, will you see that this person is worthy? Because one mistake that this person is going to do, you're going to run to these other avenues, because you have all of these other avenues, or all of these other people who are texting you, who are talking to you, and who are entertaining you. So the minute things go wrong here, by going wrong, I don't mean cheating, but by going wrong, I mean maybe you're not talking to each other for whatever reason. You're going to run to these people who are going to entertain you for the moment, and you're going to forget, and you won't nourish, and you won't see the worthiness of the relationship, because you have these open avenues. Where if you have nobody else to turn to but this person, you will make it work, and God will see that, okay, she's actually serious, and this is the right person for you, and the relationship will become successful, I believe, because the minute I closed all avenues and I was like, fall off the nonke, things by one, that's when God was like, actually, here's your person. Do you understand? So yeah, sometimes we we are distracted by what's around us, that we can't see what's in front of us, or we have perceptions of this perfect picture that you've painted in the head of this perfect person, and when this is not working out, you're not open to other avenues, you know. Because as I said, my ex was my type in inverted commas, because that's what I thought I wanted, whereas when I look now, it's completely different to what I wanted. It's honestly completely different, and what I'm in right now is actually what I needed and what I want. Do you understand? So, yeah, guys, I think that's my 2 cents input. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Do let me know if you have any other content you'd like me to address, or any other questions you have for me. Just put it in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully, Abby will join me in the next episode of something. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Or maybe we'll carry on with our love journey and talk about Lobola. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope you learned something. I really hope you'll take something. And yeah, love and light, guys. I love you lots. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, all of that shabam. Till the next time, guys. Bye. As I finish my drink.